It's a hard question, this, but in terms of ranking Haaland amongst the Premier League's best strikers, where do you think he would be at the moment, now in his third season at City?
No, I think if you ask Alan Shearer, he'd say he's better than him, and I think he's probably right. That doesn't mean he'll have the same legacy, but yeah, that's undeniable. Haaland, the only thing that separates Haaland from the rest of his time, I think it's very obvious his ability and what he's done. Well, if he doesn't break his own record this season in the Premier League, I'd be surprised after already breaking a long-standing Premier League goal record. Like, look, I think he needs 28 goals in 34 to break his record. So even that's a lot, but look, he could do it after 25 games at this rate, Haaland. And look, I wouldn't be surprised if he hits 40 this season in the Premier League, which sounds absurd, but Haaland has redefined what goal scoring is in this league and what people thought possible. Like no one had 50 goal seasons in England. No one did. We look at the greats like Henry and Shearer and Aguero, of course, as well. And people like Suarez had wonderful seasons, but no one touched 50 goals in a season, 50 goal season or competitions in English football. That was the numbers that, you expect Messi or Ronaldo to get, Lewandowski in Germany, for example. This didn't happen over here, and that's what Haaland's normalized. I think there's a temptation to sort of play what Haaland does down because it makes everyone feel better. When he's smashing records. I mean, even I'm a little bit anxious about how good he is because it's making me question how good Aguero was, and that seems unfair to Sergio Aguero,
Yeah.
because he's that brilliant. But I think Haaland just being a finisher, it's become in the modern football a sort of a tainted idea that because of false nines and because of players that are complete and can link up and play out wide. But I find it sort of refreshing that you've got this throwback guy who's obsessed with the most important thing in football, just being a specialist in one area and being so good at it that you're almost unplayable. I think there's a real beauty to that, and I feel like it's sort of something that football needs right now. Weirdly, we've gone so loose and so open with, and obviously Guardiola's a big part of that, and I love that. But I also love the fact that one guy's like, I'm just big, I'm 6'5", I'm stronger than you, I'm faster than you, and I'm obsessed with scoring goals, and I'm brilliant at it. And I think he's getting better as well, mate. I think he genuinely is getting better. Like there's signs of understanding his game. He talks a lot about how he's been watching what keepers did against him last season, and I think it was against Chelsea, possibly. I can't remember who it was against,
Yeah, I
Chelsea
think
or
I
West
think he
Ham.
was talking about Robert Sanchez, I think, in a
Yeah,
game
it was
last
Sanchez.
season.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
how Sanchez last season stayed on his line and Haaland took his shot earlier than he would usually. And because he stayed on his line, it was really hard. Where this season he drew him out, took a few more steps. Like if Haaland is paying attention to what keepers did last season and he's remembering it and learning little tricks like the second goal there, look, he was already brilliant. But I think we forget how young he is and how much more he's got to go. Yeah, astonishing footballer. And for me, yeah, I think if he stays another few years, I don't think there'll be any question. I think he'll be seen as the greatest Premier League striker. If not, 10 years from now, probably the greatest natural finisher of all time, arguably.